on.
Hey there, guys. It's me, Barcey, and I'm here with my very good friend, Austin Stevens. And we are doing something that, honestly, we talk about doing, but we never really thought we would ever get the chance to do. Isn't that right, my friend?
It's very long overdue, my friend.
Sure is. I don't think in our history of doing YouTube we've ever just sat down and just talked. We've always played a video game, or we've done hair dye, prank calls.
Going on right now. We just sitting here
right, we just vibing, bro. We just trying to vibe our way through the apocalypse.
Shout outs to my boy Boker 101 for the music.
Yeah, copyright free, baby.
Yeah, we chilling, bro.
Right.
Good morning vibes. I've been up 15-20 minutes.
I've been up for about 2 hours now.
Yeah,
but
so
that's because I don't believe in sleep. So
we're on day 28 of quarantine.
I think so. Honestly.
I'm on day 0 because I ain't even started quarantine yet.
I know, right? You're essential. I mean, I'm essential too. It's just, we don't have kids coming in right now, so we're not making any money. Meaning my hours have been sliced and diced.
Right. See, my hours have just gone up.
You're salaried, aren't you?
Yep.
Dang, man.
I'm just working more and more. And then, but I found out that last week they couldn't afford to pay us out of my store.
Ooh.
Because we didn't pull in that much money. So we're closing after this week.
Oh, no.
So Austin gets his break.
It looks like you're getting a permanent break.
It ain't a permanent one. It's just, until all this stuff passes.
Yeah, man. And it will. I truly believe that it will pass. Everything is passed.
It will if people will cooperate.
Right? Bro, let me see. Let me pull it up for the podcast real quick. But I saw this video, this picture on Twitter of people just crowded in Times Square. I'm just are you guys idiots? We're just going to be on quarantine forever.
Did you see that church in Florida on Sunday that had
yes.
1,000 person or whatever service?
Yes, bro, it's ridiculous.
Facebook Live exists.
Exactly. We've been having to do Facebook Live here at the Salvation Army. We're going into our 3rd week now of having to do this. It's ridiculous. Or did you see Virginia just yesterday announced that they were extending their stay-at-home orders until June 10th? June 10th, because people, idiots, decided, no, I'm getting my spring break anyway. I'm going to the beach, and now people are getting sick again.
Who would have thunk?
Right? We just gonna be in quarantine forever, I think.
Hey, man. 2020.
Right? 2020 was supposed to be our year.
2020, the year of the quarantine.
Man. Honestly though, we kind of deserve this for making all those perfect vision jokes, saying, "Oh, I have 20/20 vision." We kind of deserve this, I think.
I didn't make one. I didn't make one.
I was told that since I wear glasses, I'm not allowed to participate in 2020.
That's crazy.
Sure is, bro. Speaking of crazy, I've been memeing my way through the apocalypse.
I was just about to go on to that. So before we get any deeper on anything else, I need you guys to know that what Barcey taught me this morning. Yeah. And he don't even know he taught me this.
Oh, I taught you something?
He taught me something this morning. He taught me that the phrase "be there" or "be square" is because you're not around.
Sure did. Bro, I was in the I was in the shower. I was washing my hair and all that. I was like, hold up. Life is crazy sometimes. I didn't even dry my hair yet because I have this bodacious curly hair. I can't just towel dry it. It's got to be air dried with a hair dryer, And bro, let's talk about hair real quick because
let's not, because mine looks like blood.
I normally keep a nice fade down. You know me at this point. I like to keep a nice fade down the side and keep the curls for the girls on top. But everything is closed. My hair is growing in on the side. I like to keep a bald fade at the bottom. If I can feel hair near my neck, I'm uncomfortable.
everyone keeps going, it's haircut time, and I'm like, yeah, but then sister's got coronavirus, so like,
right? I wish that my barber could come and do a house visit.
I have a barber who can do a house visit. I
Like-
just don't know if she got coronavirus or not. So,
Honestly, you're not wrong. Where is this? I'm trying to find this picture.
and you know what the scary part of all this is? Like,
What's that?
it's that, you know, you're saying 2 weeks of until symptoms start showing.
I know,
We're
bro.
now entering week 2.
Exactly.
Or well, we just finished week 2 of quarantine. That means any day now.
And
And with cases doubling by the day, it's actually terrifying.
I know, right? Like me and you, like if we catch it, we should be good. You know, like we're 2 young guys, but like, what about the people that we could pass it to? You know,
Right.
like
And do you know how many people, like me personally, on a daily basis, am interacting with?
Well, look at me on Fridays at the Boys and Girls Club. We're like delivering food to the kids in our program. Like, and, you know, interact with those kids, and those kids interact with family members. What happens if their grandma catches it because of me?
Right.
You know,
Like I love the concept of that, but
right?
you know, you can't be out here spreading it to kids and shit either.
Exactly, man. Like this whole thing is just nuts. You're fine, man. This whole thing is just crazy, man. Like it was 2 weeks ago when Governor Roy Cooper suspended schools for 2 weeks. And I was like, Governor, you're so optimistic. School's canceled, bro. Hey, there's no other way.
Shout outs to class of 2020 graduating on Roblox.
Right?
Did you see that?
I did, man.
Did you see that? For anyone who hasn't seen it, this college kid, I'm assuming he's in some kind of gaming or whatever class. No random professor knows what Roblox is.
Absolutely not.
It's got to be like, there's got to be something behind it. But they said that their class was going to graduate on Roblox and like told them how to get to the server and everything.
That's hilarious. I'm gonna have to check that out later. Yeah, it's because I have one of my coworkers is just about to graduate high school. I say coworkers like she's not one of my best friends at this point in my life, but like it's a thing that they're gonna have to face. You know, they're not gonna get prom, they're not gonna get graduation, and if they do, it won't be for several months. You know.
No.
And it's hard to see people you care about go through that. You know.
Right.
Like you and I, you know. Sorry,
you know, people are sitting here looking at it. You know, we're just in the beginning of 2020, but school years aren't.
Right, school years, like
the people this is affecting is like people in school right now. Like, you know, not even to a college level, because I really I mean, there's a lot of people in the world.
Absolutely.
Or students who do care and want to, you know, because I personally know a few people it's affecting, and they're not very happy because that's just more time they're gonna have to take to.
Per 2014, the number of enrolled students in the world, this is just in the world, is 1.29 billion. So take that into fact. That's not million, bro. That's billion.
And, you know, it's just, this is all just turning into one giant inconvenience for everybody.
It sure
is. Because in the first 3 days, nobody wanted to handle it right.
Right? Bro.
And then because of those first 3 days, it's getting worse and worse.
And we're still weeks into it. People still aren't handling it right.
And it's just like people, I don't know. I just feel like, you know what, we shouldn't waste too much time talking about this.
I agree. But I will,
you know, negative juju.
I know, right? I will end on this thing. You know, the governor has said that he's not ready to give up on school yet, and he plans on restarting May 15th. But bro, look at the facts when everyone around you is already canceled for the school year.
It's doubling too, and like specifically in North Carolina.
North Carolina is now at 1,500 confirmed. The Triad had its first confirmed death today.
That's crazy.
On a lighter note, though, today is my big day.
Oh yeah, it's Barcey's
today
birthday. I didn't
is
say nothing last
my
I was gonna wait
big
until
day.
we got up in here, and then we started talking coronavirus.
Sure did. I mean, it was inevitable that we talked about coronavirus because, you know, it is.
Yeah.
We're literally living through a historical event right now.
Right. Yeah, that's what's happening. But so we'll end on the coronavirus subject. Wash your hands.
Wash your hands. Sanitize. Don't hug people.
Make sure you and practice social distancing unless your name is Barcey and it's your birthday today. Happy birthday, Barcey.
Absolutely, bro.
Be a smooth 23 this year.
Dang, man, that's crazy. Like,
you a smooth 23. I'll catch up in a few months.
Man, I'll tell you what, man. I remember when I was 22 years old. You'll get there one day. It's funny because technically until 4:35 p.m. I am still 22 years old.
That's crazy. He's a fraud, guys.
I posted at midnight saying it's like, man, I'm really 23. I'm like, I'm still 22 until 4:35.
He's a fraud, everybody.
You know how much of a fraud I am? Right now, I'm looking at a stuffed moose with green sunglasses on.
Barcey's such a fraud.
That's the level.
Telling dad jokes when he's not a dad.
You don't know what I am.
My boy Barcey and his Alexa has become best friends.
Honestly, we sure have, and it's unplugged right now because I'm using I was using the outlet to charge my phone. I was about to get it. Actually, no, hold up. I can do it on my phone real quick.
Tell me a dad joke.
What do clouds wear under their shorts?
I can't wait. What?
What do clouds wear under their shorts?
What's that?
Thunderpants.
Haha. That's hilarious.
Alexa's sound more supreme. That's the first one I've ever asked Google for. Google.
Alexa, tell me a dad joke.
Your dad is so eloquent. He can say, in any language.
I hate you, Alexa. Yo, me and Alexa, we have this understanding, right, that neither of us are funny. And
as long as it's a,
I mean, it's getting views on TikTok. I'm sending you this picture of this moose that I was talking about just now. There you go. Me and
my giant life size, well, bigger than life.
Me and a friend had mutually agreed that this is our child and we will take care of it. Also known as it's a little douchebag, and I hate it. But the same.
I'm sending you a picture of mine.
Oh,
it's the Charmander that goes about to my waistline.
His mama a hoe, but this my son.
This my son, but his mama a hoe.
Bro, I remember when you tweeted that. I was like, hold up, bro, it's about to snap.
You know the vibes.
I do know the vibes, man. And it is a vibe.
That caused some drama that day, but whatever.
Oh, I remember that because I was still following her on Twitter at the time, too. I was like, ooh, that's my boy. Awesome. I truly love you, man. Golly. Anyway, let's talk about my Instagram for a few minutes.
Let's talk about Barcey's Instagram, bro. I need y'all to go follow at it.
I'm switching the oh man, that like, let me just show you guys some of these memes that have, like, first of all, this is a hot dog with fruity pebbles on it.
What are you showing?
Huh?
What are you showing?
Oh,
are you
the way that I have this set up, I can switch to different scenes.
And you're not screen sharing with me?
I guess I could be doing that. Let me.
Welcome to episode 1, fellas.
I don't even know how to screen share from.
Not with that attitude.
From
I think we have to make a new server for it, but we ain't got time for that.
Honestly, you're right. We don't. But like, let me just show you guys one thing of the heat. Honestly, I'm gonna scroll through real quick. Bae, come over. Can't, in self-isolation. Bae, my parents aren't home. Me, but they should be. Like, honestly, that's the level, bro. Let me tell you, I've lost freaking 5 followers. I've gained 2 new ones back, but I've lost 5 followers because of what I've been posting.
My boy Barcey said,
bro,
it's hot outside. Freeze your clam chowder.
That's not even the first thing that I posted that's frozen.
My boy Barcey said, you like, I know it was baked beans.
Yeah, baked beans, baby.
But the clam chowder one was funny.
Bro, I've been...
Because I'm allergic, so I really can't eat that.
Bro, I remember I started posting them on... I was posting them on Facebook, too. Because... But then I realized, I was like, you know what? People on Facebook aren't ready. They're not.
You got to understand what your Facebook audience is versus your Instagram audience.
Right? I'm friends with my grandmother on Facebook.
Facebook, right? And so you
I
have a
posted
lot more.
It's like
You have a lot more. Let's see, if wisdom comes with age, you have a lot of very wise people on your Facebook that wouldn't understand what you're doing.
Plus, some of the Boys and Girls Club parents are friends with me on Facebook too. I'm like, I don't need them to see what I don't need them to know I live like this.
Barcey looks at his Boys and Girls Club kids and be like, "Hey, I DM'd your mama."
I've thought about it.
Hey, yo, Timmy, tell your mom stay out my mentions.
Yo, bro. Like, you know what was the tipping point for a lot of people?
Sarah, I need you to tell your mom that if she shares one more of my posts without reacting.
Yo, bro, I hate when people do that.
I do it every time, so I can't.
Like, you want to know what was a tipping point for people on Facebook with my recipes? Was the beef ramen noodles with the mandarin oranges inside of it.
You know what? And that one was one of the more tame ones.
Right? I lost 4 friends on Facebook that day.
That was one of the more tame ones.
Because on Instagram, the very next day, I posted the New England clam chowder one.
Mm.
And then, so I'm like, Facebook's missing out. And I've been posting dad jokes too. Like, come on, man.
See what happens when Facebook's got to be Facebook, man?
My favorite part is, I have about 4 to 5 people that like every single one of my posts, right?
Right.
And I know 2 of them have post notifications on, which is mental.
Don't talk about me like that.
Oh, you have post notifications on?
Yes, I do. Also, I'm muting my mic for 2 seconds.
Okay. So that means I know I have 3 friends that have post notifications on. It's you, Glenn, and Maddie. And my favorite game is...
But the thing is, do I check my post notifications?
Right. That's always the game. But my favorite game, personally, is who's going to like my post first.
It's not going to be me because I don't check my post notifications.
Right? Like, normally it's Glenn or Maddie, but sometimes, you come in with an uppercut.
Man, shout outs to Glenn. I think it's crazy that I knew Glenn before I knew you, or before you knew.
Right?
I think we both had separate occasions of friendships with Glenn.
Right? That's my boy.
Yeah, bro.
I'd kill for him,
He's the homie.
Like, he's helped me out through a lot this year,
Yeah.
Like, especially
Glenn's a good dude.
He is, man. Oh snap! Just hit my whole mic. It's 2020 hasn't been the best year so far. I think we can all agree to that one. It's just been mental. But I keep holding on to the hope that there's something better coming in the next month or 2 months. Like something will come down, and I don't want to say the word fix, but something will come down that will help, mend everything that's been happening the past 3 months across the world.
Well, that's about all we can hope for now.
Right? Like, it's got to get... The UK Prime Minister said it's going to get worse before it gets better.
Of course.
But
and, with it getting worse every day, that means it getting better.
It's inevitable. I keep holding on.
It's inevitable as long as everybody keeps positive and...
Yeah, and they stop buying up all the toilet paper.
What is the toilet paper doing for anybody?
I had to eat my mic on that one, bro. Like, every time I go to Walmart, there's nothing.
Is it just because I'm uncultured, or like...
I don't
remember them saying they were gonna stop making toilet paper.
Right? And, they said that the supply chains are good, right? So it's like, if you keep saying the supply chains are good, but people keep buying up all the toilet paper, the supply chains aren't going to be good,
Exactly. And, you end up in this...
You end up in this endless loop.
It's like, okay, so... Oh, where was I going with that? Never mind. I lost my thought.
And water, too, man. Toilet paper, water, and bread. Before I got lucky on a random trip to Walmart, I went to Lidl's in Lexington, right?
Ooh, I have one of those down the street.
Nice. And I had to buy a case of Deer Park water. First of all...
What, you sleeping on Deer Park?
It's not that I don't like Deer Park. I don't like paying for Deer Park.
What is your go-to water?
Honestly, bro, I'm a great.
And tell me it's Walmart brand.
It is.
Yes. Tell me it's
Honestly,
Walmart brand, bro.
Real water drinkers know all water don't taste the same.
My go-to water.
Yeah.
Is Nestle Pure Life.
Ooh.
At this point, because we have it at work.
Nice.
So I drink a lot of it.
And all.
But with that said, the tap water at my work.
Yeah.
I can drink that. If that's the only thing specific water I could drink for the rest of my life, I'd be fine with that.
Bro, honestly, same. Like we fill up. Honestly, no, I'm biased though, because we have water at my work, the tap water, but we also have the good ice. You know what kind of ice I'm talking about?
The crushed ice.
Crushed ice. We got that good ice, bro.
Oh yeah, I do have crushed ice.
And that water, honestly, that water with the crushed ice, it always hits different, my guy.
That water gotta hit.
It always hits, man.
That water never hit.
You know what water never hits though? Dasani.
Oh yeah, no Dasani. I'm not big on Deer Park.
Mm-mm.
I'm bigger on Deer Park. I'll buy a Deer Park before I buy an Aquafina.
Right? I was like Aquafina and
I'll
Dasani are overrated.
I'll get a Dasani before I get the Aquafina.
You know what? Bet we're gonna do an impromptu thing. We're gonna look at water brands, and we're gonna
water brand tier list.
Yep, we're gonna play underrated, overrated. All right.
So my opinion on Dasani.
So I have all right. Evian, overrated, underrated.
Haven't had it. Overrated.
Overrated. Dasani, overrated.
Overrated, but wait. Okay, so here's my thing. I think we need to go a little bit more into detail than this, than just overrated, underrated.
Okay.
I'm gonna buy Dasani before I buy Aquafina because of one main factor.
We're gonna
the bottle.
All right, I pulled up a different list, so
I'm gonna buy Dasani before I buy Aquafina because the bottle is blue.
It sure is ice. So Dasani.
So therefore, theoretically, my brain, when it's perfect packaging, my brain when it looks at it, it's like, oh shit, that's water. Let me grab that.
Aquafina, overrated. I'm not gonna mess with it either. Smart water.
I've had Smart Water a couple times. It wasn't anything like.
I know, right? Like I would rather buy if I'm at Sheetz, right, and I want a bottle of water, I'm gonna get the store brand.
You know what makes me mad?
What's that?
Well, see, yeah, because a lot of those are just relabeled.
Right.
Like a Sheetz water bottle is most likely going to be a Walmart water bottle. At the same time. It's just which store is paying for the label.
Absolutely.
But I don't like you.
Music.
No, my roommates are probably listening to music downstairs.
That's fun. We'll get into music in a minute, though.
Oh, we gotta get in the music we want. We gotta. I'll promote my album at the end, and we'll be fine. No,
bro, I saw something that might actually interest you, though. I was watching. You watch KSI, right?
Sometimes.
Okay, well, he has this challenge going on right now called the Poppin' Challenge. He uploaded the.
Is it like a rap challenge?
Yeah, but he said the top 3 people that win will get to be on a remix of his song on his album.
Okay, I'm with that. Did I tell you that I am supposed to be on a dude on Tech Nine's Labels album?
Yeah, I remember you telling me that, bro. I was so proud of you when you said that.
Yeah, man, we moving.
Let me send this to you real quick.
Okay, let's talk about music.
No, I want to finish. Want to finish this water bottle tier list.
All right, so water bottle tier list. So right. I'm gonna put so we're gonna group anything. Because you know what? I even think Walmart is rebranded Nestle Pure Life.
Right?
I think that's all it is. Right? I have to drink them side by side, but I think Walmart is just rebranded Nestle Pure Life because it's the same bottle too.
We might have to sit and test that one day.
So,
right.
Ooh, water
what?
Taste test? We can just make sure we buy the same waters and have them at the same temperature.
I actually have an idea for it. And we'll get back to the water bottle brands. I have an idea for a YouTube video where all these recipes that I've been posting, I'm gonna take some of my favorites and I'm gonna try them.
Okay, look, I'm down. The one I'm most down for is the Fruity Pebbles hot dog.
Honestly, I feel like that one could smack.
I feel like that one's gonna slap, but I feel like you gotta step it up.
Oh,
I feel like what you do is you make a Fruity Pebble treat, like a Rice Krispie treat.
Yeah.
And you make a bun out of it.
Ooh.
in instead of the Fruity Pebbles being a topping.
Ooh.
So that way, because Fruity Pebbles is part of a balanced breakfast.
It sure is.
A balanced breakfast, so you need like some meat.
Yeah.
You could eat sausage.
Protein.
But hot dogs out of sausage. So really, it's the same concept. Why couldn't it work? Find out next week.
Right. All right. So Fiji.
Fiji. Yo, have you seen that thing where people put Fiji in their freezers and then bang it up against the counter or something, and it like freezes like all the way through, just from the force of hitting it?
I have seen that. Yeah.
Yeah. So shout outs to Fiji.
But also overrated. I don't like Fiji.
No, I'm not paying for Fiji. Okay,
it's like $4 a bottle, bro.
Every water that is not Aquafina. Well, even to an extent Aquafina, but I feel like it's easier to find Aquafina than it is Dasani because more people sell Coke products. More people sell Coke products than Pepsi products.
All right, Voss.
I've had Voss before.
I actually mess with Voss.
I don't like the bottle.
Like I won't pay for Voss, but if someone hands me a bottle of Voss, like if I have to choose between Walmart Great Value or Voss, I'm picking Voss. You don't like the bottle?
I don't.
Really? I love the bottle.
Unless I'm remembering. Let me look it up because I might be remembering it wrong.
This definitely isn't something that we thought we'd be talking about in this podcast.
It's just weird for me to drink out of. It feels like I'm drinking out of one of those sports bottles or whatever,
or a thermos.
So right, and so I personally prefer, if I'm gonna drink out of a bottle, like that, I would rather drink out of like a water bottle or a soda bottle. I'd rather drink out of a small opening.
Right.
Large opening.
I understand. Some people got little mouths, so.
Well, no, not necessarily that. It's just, I'm not trying. I'm a clumsy person.
Yeah, I felt that. I actually felt that.
So, I'm already struggling with everything else in my life.
Honestly, I've never related to something more in my entire life than what you just said.
All over myself, man.
Gosh, what was that? I was about to... Okay, so Deer Park.
I'm fine with Deer Park sells big 1 liter bottles.
Sure do.
With the flip up cap.
Those I'm looking at a picture of that right now.
And those
they hit
are A tier water bottles.
Right.
However, if you're not also the little tiny Deer Parks.
Ooh, yes.
Those hit too. So,
right. That's like a little shot of water, and I love it.
Talking a 16.9 fluid ounce bottle of water.
Yep.
You're getting Nestle Pure Life, or one of its knockoffs.
Right. And last one, Crystal Geyser.
Who?
Look, I'm gonna send you a picture of the bottle.
You don't even need to look it up.
And you'll know immediately what I'm talking about.
If it's the one I think it is. Oh yeah, no, that's a very low tier one.
Sure is.
Let's talk about speaking of low tier waters, Le Bleu.
Le Bleu? Ooh,
Le Bleu.
I don't think I've had Le Bleu.
You'll see the logo, and you probably at least seen it.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
You haven't had it?
Nah, because when I'm at Walmart, I look at the box and I'm like, ooh, that just looks.
So Walmart sells these 1 liter bottles of this for 89 cents.
Ooh.
So, and it's it's a great investment.
Let's see, 1 liter bottles of water always hit a little bit differently.
Right. And again, they're 89 cents a pop. So next time you're at Walmart and it's not coronavirus season, you should stock up on Le Bleu waters.
All right, man, I'm ready for Walmart to be stopped. Golly.
I'm ready for just go back on its regular schedule.
Man, but I don't know, man. Was normal working?
Was what?
Was normal working though? We see how. I don't know. I'm not gonna get into this.
But normal was fine until we
messed it all up.
Well, until we had
Look, man, I'm in the middle of an existential crisis right now, so this is me being honest.
It's true. But look,
gotta laugh through the pain.
Before the virus, you can't compare. You know, if virus wouldn't happen, everything would be normal.
Absolutely.
So that's as close to normal as normal can get.
Oh snap! My bad. All right. Enough about virus. Let's talk about TikTok real quick.
Let's talk about TikTok. I have a TikTok.
I have a TikTok. What's your TikTok?
I haven't made a TikTok.
You haven't made one yet?
I have an account. I haven't made a TikTok.
You should probably follow me on there real quick.
You can find a good chunk of my music on TikTok. Just search Austin Stevens. Panthers.
Golly.
Panthers.
Bro, the Godwin Gangsters, bro.
You know what? I think that's a good place for us to go right now.
Right.
Let's talk about. So if you don't know, me and Barcey been putting in its work since 16, 15.
Yeah, 2013. Let me pull up the channel real quick.
In 2013 for sure.
Yeah, it was definitely 2013. It's just when into because one thing that we got to remember,
how old? It was in May.
That's true. So I was 16.
Remember?
You were 15.
And then that was also around the time we were doing like Spanish finals and stuff.
That was our first, the taquito special.
That's the technical first video, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we don't forget about the actual first video though.
The improv video, that was great.
Oh man, like our first video. And here's like, if you're watching the podcast right now, don't try and find the channel because you won't find any of the videos public. Because that's from a time in our life that...
No, they are all private and not even unlisted. They are private. Right. Nobody can view them but me and Barcey.
Right. Our first official video was May 15th, 2013.
And Barcey will do nothing with that footage ever in his life.
No, he won't. Because that comes from a time in my life that I don't want to remember.
Shout out to my boy Cletus. I got demons in my closet.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. Like, and I'm not about to be Eminem. I'm not about to clean out that closet.
We are very different people than we were.
I don't even cuss anymore.
I still do.
Like it slips out every now and then. Like when I get really angry, it still happens.
It's not that you know the word,
right? And when you've been saying it,
so used to saying it.
Look, so I've been cussing since I was a little kid.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, like my parents, Okay, let me rephrase that. My mom cared about me. But the issue being, I don't want to say my dad didn't care about me. It's just he wasn't the best parent, you know? And,
I feel that.
And I was raised by him. So you are, you know, what you're raised by. Also, the poster vlog was posted on, which is my first ever YouTube video, on the TheBarceyG channel, which is private, by the way. Every video on that channel is private.
Every video that we don't want you to see,
you'll never see. So we've been doing this YouTube thing on and off for like 7 years, you know, and I've been slowly getting back into it because, you know, I have all this free time and my brain has just been thinking of 2020 is going to be a big year.
And honestly, all the skills I learned, like making YouTube videos with you,
yeah, I'm still using them.
Like I'm still using them. I'm still applying them to like even though I'm a musician now,
yeah,
I'm still applying. Because, you know, I gotta make videos.
Right, you got to. That being said, though, if you do want to follow me on the YouTubes, it's not, my channel icon is going to be, the main image of this podcast. But it is Barcey Does Stuff now. I figure I want to use...
Where is this podcast going?
Huh?
Where is this podcast going? Are we making a new thing for it?
We can. I was going to upload it on my channel, but we can make a new thing for it.
That's what I'm saying. If you're uploading it on your channel, they're already...
I didn't hear you cut out. What'd you say?
I said if you're uploading it on your channel, they're already on your channel.
That's actually true. But if you're not subscribed, you should probably hit that little subscribe button. If you're looking down there and it's red, you should probably make that thing gray real quick.
I'm sure I'll be in the description somewhere, and if not, you don't need to follow me anyways. That's fine.
Right?
You might not like what you see.
Like,
me and Barcey used to be like two people cut from the exact same cloth.
We sure did, bro.
But now we've grown, right. And we have. This is the way I'm wording this is going to make it sound way more exaggerated than it is.
Right.
Me and Varsity have a lot of different views on things.
Sure do.
In life, and we therefore live our lives in different manners and respects and stuff like that.
Yeah, like I'm a Christian boy now.
Yeah, and
thoroughbred.
I'm not,
yeah,
atheist, nothing like that. I don't know.
We kind of have this understanding that Austin's the way that he is, Varsity the way that he is, but we don't.
And we chilling.
And neither of us try to change each other.
And we chilling.
Because that was before.
And I believe that is truly what has
kept
made
us
our
being
friendship be able to hold.
Bro, we've been friends since 2011.
Well, and we've never really had a sense of or a need to judge the other.
Right, we haven't. We've both been through some messed up stuff.
We've seen the worst of it.
Right, like I literally grew up surrounded by crack and prostitutes.
Right, and
well,
yeah, that too. But I meant like just as far as each other's life.
Right, like we've seen
the worst of what's happened.
I mean,
we've seen each other at our worst and our best.
You were literally there when I tried to kill myself.
You don't know it, but you were too.
Right, like, bro, oh gosh, bro, we go back.
The first person I texted when was you.
Yeah, and let's talk about this. You know how mad I was because not 4 hours after you sent me that text, I'm getting a call from CJ who's crying that says that you've been in a car accident. My first thought, I was like, this guy drove his car into something to kill himself. That was my first thought.
So guys, go bump my new album on.
Yeah, let's get off of this.
It's called I Was Bored. So the backstory behind it was it's not even up on Spotify yet. See, Spotify trying my life. This is supposed to be up on Spotify 2 weeks ago.
Bro, I was actually bumping to your stuff last night.
So my new album is called I Was Bored. It stems from an EP I made in under a week.
Wow.
So I did a deluxe version of it. And so the deluxe version is now what will be my newest project on Spotify by the time people are listening to this, because Spotify is trying my life today.
Okay. Well, that depends on when I put this video up.
It's Barcey's birthday.
Right.
We are recording this on
March 31st.
31st.
At around 11:30.
You'll probably see this February 22nd, 2035.
Nah, because it's a podcast, so there's no editing involved,
Ooh, we could put this up on Spotify.
We can actually
with ease.
Ooh.
It's really I need everybody to understand things. You should not do anything that you enjoy doing and you are good at for free. And I don't mean those. I don't mean you can't. Still. Okay. So as a musician, it doesn't mean you can't still collab with others and stuff like that. But
yeah.
If you're making a product, you should monetize it if possible.
Absolutely.
And the world is in such a place right now where everybody is trying, because everybody has these goals and these aspects, but nobody has the money.
Right.
And because back when these talents and passions were being discovered originally, people could yank the prices up and monopolize on it because nobody else was doing it. But now you have budget-friendly options for things. Like musicians can get music on Spotify for $20.
Right.
It's that easy. It's $20 and you hit upload.
Bro, I've been using the same mic since 2000.
My mic was $100.
Since 2017, and the quality on this thing, it's not super nice, but it works for what I do,
Right. And I just got a new one.
I'm not a musician. I'll never claim to be one. I'm not.
Does Barcey still play bass?
He does still play bass. Well,
can you play Barracuda?
I can't.
Are you gonna teach yourself Barracuda?
I kind of want to now.
Look, man, you got time.
I do, man.
I think next time we reconvene, you should play Barracuda first.
I'll try my best. I want to learn the Danny Phantom theme song. He's a phantom. Like, come on, man. It's. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Like, podcasts take very little. I don't want to say effort because you do have to find things to talk about. But like editing wise,
to put out, it's all a matter of. And that's with everything. It's all a matter of
kind of like what you're willing to do too, you know?
What you're willing to do to it. So like, I mean, we could do like some post processing or something.
Yeah. We
could go and maybe find some clips that we feel are just us rambling or whatever, cut them out. But
that's not authentic. My number one thing since I've been doing YouTube and since I've been making content, we do it and we don't really do it for a lot of views. We do it because we enjoy it.
Right.
Like I'll post a video.
You're flexing like we got 8,000 followers.
Like I'll post a video that, like, you remember the San Andreas video that we did? How many hours did we spend on that? Recording, editing, finding stuff that was funny. For it though, 1 second. Let me see what's going on real quick. I'm not having to edit anything.
So
sorry about that.
I just realized that would have been a great time to be promoting my music.
Oh man, did you say it? Were you talking? Well,
I was at first. I was like, I gotta hold down the. I don't know where this man Barcey went. I thought he was only gonna be gone for a couple of seconds.
I know, right? That's fine. We'll shave about 5 minutes off.
No, it ain't been that long. I don't think.
We'll edit it and post.
It's only been about 4 minutes. So
yeah. So we're instead of at 45 minutes, we're at 41. I have a timer going too. Don't worry, baby. Sorry, my supervisor.
You have a stopwatch or a timer? I have a timer.
Oh, it's like I use XSplit to record, so it keeps a timer going in the corner.
Okay, so he's looking at a stopwatch. I'm looking at a timer. Mine's counting down.
My boss knocked on my door and surprised me with a birthday cake.
I mean, you gonna AOL me a piece?
You would
send it through Gaggle?
Oh gosh, Gaggle.
Oh my god, do you think I don't even know if I could log into my Gaggle? I'm about to try.
I'm about to try too, bro. I don't think we can.
Don't we have to go to iPhone Central page and
Gaggle.net, bro.
Gaggle.net.
Yeah. Oh, I'm already.
I remember my username.
I don't.
It was
also the number 2 leading cause of death for 10 to 24-year-olds is suicide, according to Gaggle. Oh, thanks.
Don't talk about me like that.
Thanks, Gaggle. Right? How dare it expose me?
564 at gcsnc.org. Cuz?
I couldn't tell you, man. You know what's something I think about a lot though? I wonder if anyone out there has my student number.
Has your what?
My student number, like my lunch number.
Oh, I'm about to type this in right now.
Like,
oh my god, Barcey, my password's saved.
Huh?
Barcey, my password's saved.
Oh wow.
Barcey.
You can still log into Gaggle?
Invalid login.
I
don't know. 1764684.
Bro, like.
Invalid domain name. Okay, so maybe it's gsnc.edu.
Bro,
were we leveled up enough to having?
I don't know, man. Bro,
Steve 68.
We graduated 5 years ago, man.
Don't talk about it. I feel old.
It's even. See, worse is like, me, I graduated early, right? So it's like, I left school January 21st, 2015. And the people that we were 5 years ago are not the people that we are now. Nope. I'll say it. Me in 2015, honestly, I felt like a true scumbag some days.
After high school,
things
got blurry for me.
Right? Like, you go through trials, tribulation, heartbreak. Bro, like, life's... You
Are
take...
we still here?
Huh?
Are we still here?
Right? But, you take those little things for granted, Like graduation, for instance, like, looking at the fact that class of 2015 is not going to get a proper one. Like, we really took ours for granted,
Right, but... And then the fact that, it's one of those things where in the moment, you're trying to, take in everything and enjoy yourself, but you don't really realize how in the moment you have to be with it.
Right.
Until you can't go back to that moment.
I was working at Camp Walter Johnson in 2015.
I started working at Steak and Shake.
Like...
I'm still working at Steak and Shake.
It's fun and love.
Look at us with longevity, Percy.
I know, right? Like, I'm still working with kids.
That's why I ain't quit my job yet. Percy ain't quit his.
Right? Like, bro, I love what I do.
Good.
But, they say, get a job that you love. You'll never work a day in your life. And, bro, it doesn't feel like work.
Good.
And, like, right now, like, I complained a lot because, they're kids. They're going to be bad. They're going to push your buttons and try your nerves, especially when you have 40 of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I miss it, man. I miss it every day.
Have it any other way.
I wouldn't. I truly wouldn't have it any other way. There's this kid at the Boys and Girls Club, and I'm not going to say his name for, privacy reasons. But, although... If his parents wind up watching this podcast, they'll know what I'm talking about. We have the exact same birthday.
Okay.
And I've known...
Happy birthday.
Right? I've known this kid... I started working at the Boys and Girls Club in 2018. I've known this kid almost 2 years now. Last year on our birthday, we weren't able to celebrate it together. And he was disappointed because I was at youth councils. Mm-hmm. And this year, he was really looking forward to us celebrating our birthday together. Because it's Tuesday. We would have been at the club. But this whole coronavirus thing has got us all turned upside down.
Right.
So, you take the little things for granted when you don't have them. Like, I don't know, man.
No, I understand completely what you're saying.
The only...
Like, well, again, I haven't really been personally, drastically affected.
Yeah.
By this quarantine because, I don't do anything but work and go home with my life anyways. And the people I do talk to are the people I make music with, and, I talk to them all online as it is.
Right.
So, my life, my day-to-day hasn't changed. But, the thought that it's going to is coming up.
I know, man.
And, yesterday I was saying... Because, whenever you're, like, leaving work or whatever, you'll be like, all right, you work tomorrow? I'll see you tomorrow. Stuff like that. Just looking at be like, yeah, I'll see you while I'm off tomorrow. And then tomorrow's your last day. You'll be working. I'll see you. I don't know.
Right?
It's just like, these are people I've seen.
Every day.
Well, since I've started working there, the longest I haven't been working...
The beach trip?
A week would be a week, and that was the 2 times I went on trips to Jersey.
Right. And
so, I haven't been out of work like that. I took my vacations, but,
Yeah.
And these are the same people, some of the same people I've been working with, for years.
So
it's hard to look at and be like, I don't know when I'm gonna see you again, but
when this first started, we were in the middle of a renovation of the building. By the way, the building looks amazing. By the way, but we decided to help out with the renovations. I was still getting my hours, and I actually got closer with some of my coworkers because before. Like my coworker Maddie that I was telling you about earlier, we weren't really friends before this because we had to spend so much time focused on the kids that we never had time to just sit around and just talk and be goofy,
Mm-hmm.
But with the building renovations, come to find out, this is one of the coolest people I've ever met in my life, and a real friendship spawns from that. So you got to take the positive with the negatives. That it sucks that the kids aren't here right now, but on the same time, I've now got this really awesome friend,
Right. And kind of where I was going with that, you don't realize, especially when you're like me and you're super introverted nowadays, and you don't really go out, you don't realize how much of your social life is, at obligatory occasions. Like, even though you don't want to be there, you start, talking to people and making friends, and, you start having inside jokes and all that because you have to pass the time.
You have to, man.
And, it's just, I feel like that this should be a lot more eye-opening for people.
Absolutely.
As far as like taking things like that for granted.
Yeah, man. You never.
Well, but the problem is nobody's listening to it. And
I know, man.
And so in Winston yesterday, or not yesterday, the day before.
Yeah.
There were 12 fights.
Gosh.
Like brawls, like because we were slow at work, so we was just chilling. One of my employees comes up and shows me, and she's watching this Facebook Live, and it looks like these motherfuckers, they're at a block party.
Oh God!
And then just a fight breaks out, and it looks like the crowds at school fights get. It was on that level. It was like the whole neighborhood was.
Like, are you talking like the riots our senior year?
Well,
that level?
Like, remember the second day of high school ever? There was that fight and the dude got flipped on his bike.
I do remember that.
Yeah, so kind of like that crowd.
That was our introduction to High Point Central.
That was dude got flipped onto his back second day.
We weren't even friends that day.
And I'd never even seen a fight in person before.
I have.
So that was not that I remember off the top of my head. So that was
yeah.
But
it's kind of like that welcome to the world moment. Like, you in the real world now, baby. You ain't in Trinity. You weren't. You were this guy. You never went to a High Point school before that.
No.
You were always like in Trinity, Archdale.
I was with the rednecks.
Like, and then all of a sudden,
I think we had maybe 4 black people in the school.
And then all of a sudden, you're dropped into literally the textbook definition of an inner city school.
Right.
High Point Central.
And then now I got uniform. Now I got... And then it's high school changes too. And then I didn't even have a locker.
Right? Not really even...
Middle school, I had a locker.
Right? I know, it was such...
I used my locker. Middle school, I would sell cinnamon sticks out of my locker.
Bro, I remember my freshman year, I brought a Monster to school, and I was like selling like sips of it.
Man,
people are like, they'll go crazy over Monster,
I snagged a thing of cinnamon sticks out of the life skills room.
Nice.
Where they teach you to cook and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I thought they smelled good. So I snagged them, and then
I felt that.
I was just sitting there smelling them in class, and motherfuckers was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" Because I guess they thought I was doing a drug or something. I was just like, "I'm just smelling some cinnamon. Makes me feel better."
I felt that.
I was just like, "Yeah, here, smell it. It smells really good." And then they smelled the cinnamon. They were just like, "Oh, that's kind of nice." And I was like, "Yeah, it's like we've never smelled cinnamon before." And so
that's funny.
Handing out a couple cinnamon sticks, and the next thing you know, I'm having to go to the store and buy cinnamon sticks.
Let me tell you, like, my let's talk about cinnamon, right? Like, I was talking with my friend Gage, that I go to church with. His dad is also my boss, but me and him are pretty good friends too, which is why I made that comment before saying I love 17-year-olds. But no, it's like a little brother situation, But I was telling him how like stupid his generation is. Because I was like, bro, like my generation, the millennial generation, it was like we did like the cinnamon challenge. But I was like, bro, Generation Z, like your generation's out here eating Tide Pods and licking toilet seats,
Bro, what if Gen Z doesn't get it because they ate the Tide Pods?
Right? bro.
But also, I just want to say I don't want to say hilarious because it's never funny.
Yeah.
When bad things happen to people.
Absolutely not.
However, that chick who licked that toilet seat and then got coronavirus.
Yeah. That's
all I'm saying.
She deserved it.
Karma.
I love karma. It's a witch with a B.
It's karma, man.
I'm mad though because like all the like videos of people that I've seen licking toilet seats, they're all bad, bro. The girls, I'm just like, why are y'all doing this, bro? Barcey about to risk it all, bro.
Oh man.
Let me be that. Let me be that toilet seat lid.
So I think even though we didn't intend for it to, this turned into the coronavirus.
Right? I mean, it was inevitable.
But we're nearing our hour mark. Party.
Yeah, we are.
What you doing after this?
Probably.
I'm going to get a tattoo.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to get a tattoo one day. You know what?
Remember that time you got a henna tattoo and then I messed it up?
Right. Literally, bro. It was 5 minutes away from being set.
And I accidentally smacked Barcey out in the arm. I think.
Yeah.
I think I turned.
Yep. At the just wrong place, wrong time. But I do want.
That was when I pierced my ears too.
Yeah, I remember that. It was in the same place, wasn't it?
Yep. I got gauges now.
Well, wow. I remember the start of the gauges.
Yeah, I'm sitting
I want to get a tattoo one day, and I know what tattoo I'm gonna get.
Okay.
It's cheesy, but I'm going to get my YouTube channel logo tattooed on me somewhere.
I made that.
Like it's been such the robot face. I'm getting that tattoo. I want to get that tattooed on me one day.
Oh, I made that.
Yeah.
No, you made that.
I made that logo, and it was before I dropped it. But I was in.
I fixed it.
What was the class? It was
It was the one with
speech class. No, it wasn't. It was the whole class. I made it in my sophomore year. I remember it was. I was in a speech and debate. Yeah, that class, and I was just bored because the class was awful. And
did Gilmore teach that?
No, it wasn't Gilmore. It was another teacher. I can't even remember her name anymore. I think it was Reynolds.
I don't remember.
But like I was just bored, so I was sketching faces. I'm like, bro, this is some heat. And then me and you, we sat down and we collabed and made it a little bit better. But that logo has been such a big part of my life over the past 7 years. And it's like, even though YouTube has never taken off for me, even though it probably never will. I don't want to say never will, but
not even a need to revamp it. Because how much more revamping can you do to that?
Right? So it's like
there's only so much you can do, so it's already at its peak.
Yeah, so I don't know where I want to get it, because I don't want to get it super big where it's super noticeable. Like, I don't know, maybe on my wrist or something. I don't know. Shoulder, probably, yeah. But it's like that logo has been such a big part of my life that over the past 7 years. It's like, how could I not get it engraved on me for the rest of my life? And
then you got me who rebrands every 5 minutes.
Right? The ultimate berry bun.
Hey, whoa, calm down.
Hey there, guys. Primal Pyro.
There it is.
Man, I miss.
And y'all loved it.
I missed those days, man. Like,
you loved it.
Pokemon. What was it? Platinum. I think it was
Light Platinum.
Platinum, bro. That series of all the. What, I don't want to diminish. I don't want to diminish what you're doing now, because you're doing bits out here. You're on an album, bro.
But you know what? I'm out here. I've been.
That Light Platinum series was my all-time favorite thing you've ever done.
Barcey.
What's up, baby?
I'm gonna bring back Light Platinum for you.
You should.
You know what? Because I've been wanting to play some Pokemon lately. Anyway,
I felt that, bro.
I've been wanting to play some Pokemon, dog. I think Light Platinum.
Let me tell you why I was so mad, because you made a comment at the end of your last Light Platinum video that there was another area for you to explore. You're like, in the next episode, I'll explore. I think you never did.
I don't even remember.
But man, that was my all-time. I remember you were doing so well. You hadn't lost a single Pokemon. Let's revamp my Pokemon Nuzlocke that I did. The first one, not Outlaw. Red. Yeah, man. Like, I was doing so well.
Your first one wasn't red.
It wasn't red?
Playthrough.
Oh, right. I don't...
Your first Nuzlocke was Sapphire.
It was Sapphire, that's right.
You had a Whiscash named Donald that you brought out against a Regirock. We switched into it, and
I listened to your advice.
The second you listened to my advice and put the Whiscash out
against
the Regirock,
he got one hit KO.
Explosion.
Dude, I was so... But...
That was the only death in the whole series.
The only death. Let's talk about, like...
Now, let's talk about Barcey, because since it was his first Nuzlocke and he had only really played Pokemon...
Not really, no.
A couple games.
Yeah.
And what I've seen and what he's watched, I turned the volume levels down, or the levels down on him a little bit to make it a little easy for him. But he still only lost one Pokemon. He didn't, like... he didn't end up dumb over leveled either.
Yeah, it was because of that Nuzlocke that I was finally able to decide my all-time favorite Pokemon. My man Parasect.
Parasect is a great one.
The real MVP.
I have a lot of respect for Parasect because of you. But you like that one first because of Red, remember?
Yeah, and it's like
you ended up with one.
Mr.
Krabs won you the
the Pokemon League. Yeah, I was down and out, and he was my only hope, and he took bodies, bro. And I tell people Parasect's my favorite Pokemon, and I get laughed at. I'm like, you don't understand what I've been through with this man. I would die for this Pokemon. That's just honestly the way. It's like, this is my favorite Pokemon. A kid actually gave me a Parasect Pokemon card because he knew I liked it so much. It was like, bro, you just earned some brownie points with your boy. Like, Parasect, all-time favorite Pokemon, always will be. You can have your Pikachus, you can have your Squirtle. I might get Parasect tattooed on me too. I don't know yet.
I don't think Pikachu is anybody but the Pokemon Company's favorite Pokemon.
I don't think he is either. He's not.
And I also think the Pokemon Company's favorite Pokemon is Charizard.
I do like Charizard though.
I think that's the Pokemon Company's vote. But alright, sir. I believe we've ran our mouths enough for this one.
I think we have to.
I think we are definitely gonna do this again.
Oh, absolutely.
I hope you guys enjoyed episode 1 of the Barcey.
I love this. We'll try and come up with a better name in the future besides the Barcey Austin Show Podcast.
No, we won't.
You're right, we won't. I'm not gonna lie to you people.
Not, because that is the name. That's the iconic name. Who did it at everyone? I don't like you. Don't good morning me. Get out of here. This is why I don't use Discord.
I know, right?
I'm in too many servers I don't want to be in.
I'm in like 5 servers. I'm in my friend Devin's. He's a streamer. I'm in his server. I'm in a squad server. I'm still in the Dungeons and Dragons Discord that Matthew started. I'm in my old Sheets one and the TBAS one, and of course mine, which is just a filing cabinet, which is where I post stuff that I want to save but don't feel like saving to my PC.
He used to do that to me.
I did. Yeah, there was a point where this Discord server was only just my file cabinet.
Let's see. The last thing that we used for filing cabinet was me.
I know, right?
And it was January.
Well, you know what? We're about to bring this Discord server back to life.
No, we're not.
You're right. We're not. We're going to use it exclusively for the podcast.
I don't use Discord. You know better.
I know. All right, man. It's been real.
Next week we're going to have some screen share action going on.
Oh, we're going to have to, man.
We're going to go make a screen share channel.
Absolutely. Well, all screen share is when you're in the call, it's not via the server, it's via a private call. So all I'd have to do is private call you.
Oh, well, there we go.
We'll get it figured out next week.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. This has been fun.
You guys, go subscribe to Barcey's channel. You're already on the page.
Follow me on Instagram at BarceyG.
Alternative to following or subscribing to me on YouTube.
Yep.
Go follow me on SoundCloud or Spotify.
Yep. The links to his stuff will be in the description down below.
Keep it all easy. I just go by my government on.
Yep. Sometimes you got to go by the government, you know.
And yeah.
And anyway,
peace out, internet.
This has been Barcey and Austin. We'll see you guys when we see you, and that'll be when we see you.